Hi. Hi. Let's just have a little look here at this recent article from ABC News Online, and it was on Thursday the 6th of February 2014. I won't read the whole article, but I'll just read a few interesting points about the African community, saying that education will stop female genital mutilation in Australia. That's all very well. And they have interviews. There's a lady called Khadija Gabla, and she was born in Sierra Leone. There's an audio there. I'll give you the link to the page anyway. The audio is probably still up. Genital mutilation victim speaks out. This is female genital mutilation, of course. Khadija Gabla gives her description of the whole experience that she went through as a child, and how she thought she was going to get killed and this and that, and how she was cut with a knife or a blade or whatever. She says, "I don't think you can ever get over it. I forgive her only because she's a victim of that culture just as I was." She's talking about her mother. She says it is common practice in Sierra Leone. So that this is female genital mutilation, common practice in Sierra Leone. This is a culture. It is rooted in our identity as a nation and who we are, says Ms. Gabla says. I'll just repeat that a bit because she says something a little bit different later on. This is a culture. It is rooted in our identity as a nation and who we are. A nurse says that women usually have long-running problems with menstruation, sexuality and urination. There are also mental health issues. Now what's interesting about this is that men who've been genitally mutilated aren't expected to have any mental health issues at all. They're not supposed to get over it, aren't they? Or they're supposed to have not felt anything, or it happened when they were babies, so supposedly they've forgotten all about it. And because you forget about it, it doesn't matter. Because you were date raped when you were drunk or on drugs or something, it doesn't matter because you didn't know about it. Let's see, women can have flashbacks, fair enough. I mean, do men not have any mental problems? As I said, men aren't expected to have any mental problems about male genital mutilation. African community. We are giving them information and we are saying that this is what it is. It's against the law, it's against the health values and the rights of the child. So if it's a female child has rights. And that's interesting. Remember, it's 21 years in jail now if you genitally mutilate a girl in New South Wales. And yes. So, as I said, she made the point, this girl, this is a culture, it is rooted in our identity as a nation and who we are, Ms. Gabla said. But interestingly, if you listen to the radio interview that goes with this article, Khadija Gabla from Sierra Leone, had her clitoris removed, and well, she seems to think that a man was the person who originally... She says she thinks that a man was the person who originally thought up female genital mutilation in order to control the sexuality of women. Isn't that interesting? She said earlier, this is a culture, it is rooted in our identity as a nation and who we are. In other words, it's the psychology of the whole people that she's come from. But she has the audacity here to blame a man. She blames a man she thinks it's a man. She thinks it's a man who thought up female genital mutilation in order to control the sexuality of women. And of course, that sounds like Western feminists speak to me. Sounds like she's been indoctrinated. Anyway, and women grabbed onto the idea and ran with it, she suggests. She suggests that women grabbed onto this this idea that was invented, this female genital mutilation idea that was invented by a man, and women grabbed onto the idea and ran with it. In other words, men are to blame for female genital mutilation. even though sisters are busily doing it to themselves. Who's doing all the female genital mutilation in Sierra Leone? I'd say it's mainly women doing it to other women, isn't it? But she somehow has managed to blame men. That's interesting. And don't forget that no little boys are protected by law in New South Wales. They're not. The whole thing's a bit pathetic, really. That she could have that attitude. And she's protected, all little girls are protected. There was no mention of protecting little boys in that article. Feminists wouldn't seem to care about male genital integrity. They wouldn't. That goes for Pru Goward in New South Wales, who is, she's been highly vocal about the new 21-year jail term for female genital mutilation. Then we have on the Sex Discrimination Commissioner, Elizabeth Broderick. She won't ever utter a word in defence of male genital integrity. Never. She won't ever. She hasn't done. No other Sex Discrimination Commissioner either has ever uttered a word in defence of male genital integrity. Something to think about anyway. See ya.